Most students in this little school in Nicaragua's countryside could easily talk about their favorite subject, but today's creative writing class seems not to be among them. The school lunch is a different story though. The lunch, prepared by some volunteering parents and teachers, is a favorite of all students, independent of age. It provides children with quality food, regular and balanced nutrition, independent of their family's income. Also, with school lunches in place, attendance numbers tend to go up. There are kids that come hungry to school because they don't have breakfast. Here in the school, they get their lunch, and like my son, when they come home, they say, "Mother, I already had something to eat." I'm very happy about that because there are a lot of parents who are extremely poor, and the lunch will really help them. Nicaragua is one of the hard-hit nations in this crisis. Food inflation is among the highest in the region. In the last month, sugar, oil, maize, rice, everything has become more expensive. In fact, so expensive that it threatens the traditional diet of rice and beans. We don't offer beans anymore because they are too expensive. Each time people have come to buy beans, they say the price is too high. Sales have gone down, and that affects the whole family because we don't have the same income as before. Prices really have increased a lot. And while some farmers can benefit from achieving higher prices for their products, others suffer because consumers only tend to satisfy their basic needs and shun what is perceived as non-essential. The people buy less honey now because they have less in their pockets. It affects all of us producers too. We can't fight this crisis without increasing production and productivity. We have political programs that focus on these issues. It is a permanent dialogue with producers. We aim at improving this situation with additional credits and technology. Technologies and new ideas that help small farmers to make more of their land with very simple means. David Hernandez Juarez uses rice chaff as fertilizer and employs low-cost irrigation techniques. He has started to store grain in metal containers so it doesn't get eaten by rats. And he has put a fish pond behind his house. The catch adds variety to the family's diet and sometimes earns him extra money on the market. And he also exploits alternative sources of energy. A mixture of cow dung and water simmering in a plastic-covered pool produces methane gas. Enough to fire the kitchen stove and to cook meals. It is these things that can make a critical difference in a farmer's budget and can even help to produce more food than the family needs. I think we are working in a more eco-friendly manner. It is something we didn't do before because we didn't know about it. I have even been asked to be a promoter of these technologies and to be an example for my community. But it is not only new ideas in farming that can help to feed more people. This neighboring community tries to engineer new types of bread, using sorghum as a substitute for wheat. Because Nicaragua imports most of its wheat, the locally grown sorghum is a less expensive choice. Such local innovation efforts get high-tech support from this government laboratory. Scientists here are working on creating pest-resistant grains that grow faster and produce a better result. Sorghum has a productive cycle of 8 months. The difference with the improved type is that they have shorter growing cycles. This way, we can triple the production. Leaving the human scarecrow the only low-tech element in this field. And there's one last thing. Bad roads have always limited farmers' access to regional markets. In order to improve the infrastructure, some communities now turn to alternative road building techniques. Building roads with prefabricated stones, independent of heavy equipment that would be too costly or difficult to organize in remote parts of the country. Plus, they can draw heavily on the local labor force. It is a long way to food security for everybody, but at least here the journey has started.